It's day 3 of violent protests in Mahikeng. We take you live to the northwest province now, where eNCA's Michael Appel is standing by for us in the area of Mabatho. Michael, tell us what you're seeing on the ground right now.
Joanne, there's strangely a sense of optimism that there's going to be a tangible outcome, one which satisfies the majority of people that have taken to the streets, which is that from this meeting that the president is having with the ANC's top brass in the province at the moment and with the premier, that there's a lot of pressure on the president to come out with a positive, tangible outcome, one that satisfies the people, and that is that the premier is either recalled or is that he is redeployed somewhere else in government. And those demands are unequivocal. And I've spoken to a number of protesters earlier who said that when I asked them why they're going on this looting spree, they said that this is the only language that Supra Mahumapelo understands, that government understands. And that is why they've gone on this spree. It is also about the service delivery that they do not have, and we've been in the areas where they stay. And it is shocking. It is shocking the conditions in which they're expected to live. And the overall message from these protesters is deal with the premier first. A person that has been enveloped in allegations of corruption and maladministration here in the northwest province. And once that is dealt with, then they want the redeployed, whoever takes over from him, to start fixing what is essentially quite a dysfunctional province, from the education system to sanitation to housing, the roads, the streetlights. So there's a list of demands as long as your arm, but number one is that Supra has to go.
Of course, we haven't seen that much violence in the last few hours, Michael. Is that because, as we're hearing, while these talks are continuing, the protesters have decided to put their protests on hold?
Well, it depends which part of Mahikeng you're in. I think at any given time there is looting going on at some part, one of the outlying areas around Mahikeng. And if the police are there, then shots are fired. If they're not, then there's a businessman who loses all of his stock. So there's this element, obviously, of criminality that has swept through and really overpowered what is going on at the moment. But I think just about 20 minutes ago, we were traveling up one of the main roads here. It's still blocked off. The police are still firing rubber bullets and trying to disperse the crowds there. They are undeterred. And I think perhaps once there is this announcement, if there is going to be one this evening, maybe that will change the mood on the streets at the moment. It's very touch and go. But I can tell you one thing. If there is no announcement or the president leaves without giving a favorable outcome, or if there is simply if he leaves the province and there is no word at all, the protesters have said that this is going to escalate. It's going to get very ugly tonight.
All right, let's hope there's some sort of resolution before then. Our reporter Michael Appel out in the streets of Mabatho telling us things are relatively quiet there at the moment.